Minster Bank, celebrating 100 years of service to generations of families, small business owners, and shareholders in the cities and villages of West Central Ohio.
A bank is really only as strong as the customers it serves. And many of the customers that we've been doing business with have been doing business with Minster Bank, their families and their businesses for generations.
The history of Minster Bank begins in 1914, when 31 incorporators assumed the assets and liabilities of Citizens Bank, a partnership banking house that had been established in 1888 as the Minster Banking Association. The shareholders met on January 27, 1914, to elect a board of 9 directors. These men, led by President John W. Ideen, set the course for a strong banking institution that would guide the community of Minster and its surrounding areas through both good times and bad. A legacy of strong leadership has since been a hallmark of Minster Bank. The accomplishment of 100 years of service is a tribute to the leadership of Minster Bank throughout its history. From John W. Ideen to the present leadership, it is through their foresight and direction that Minster Bank remains a viable force in the community today and will continue to be prosperous in the years to come.
Minster Bank has been built on relationships, and for us, I think the more we stay with relationship banking, it really serves the mission of Minster Bank.
For 100 years, Minster Bank has had a strong leadership team and able staff to navigate the many challenges faced by all financial institutions in the last century. Considering that the number of banks in the United States has dropped from a high of 25,000 just before the Great Depression to less than 7,000 today, the story of any community bank is one of survival. While banks throughout the country have failed or merged, Minster Bank stayed true to its commitment to the people by being a good steward of their resources.
Minster Bank has been a long-standing relationship. I first started with them when I first came back from college in 1979. My father had a store downtown, and we had an opportunity to buy another location on the edge of town. And Dad asked me if I was interested, and I said yes. The first thing we had to do was get a loan to be able to purchase the building and do the remodeling. So that was my first association with the Minster Bank, but we have an even longer standing relationship with them. My grandfather started business in 1922, and he banked with the Minster Bank back then.
As one can imagine, navigating 100 years in the banking industry has required more than a small amount of adaptation over the years in order to keep pace with the needs of the Minster Bank customers. From pencil and paper ledgers to full rooms of computer servers, Minster Bank has continually stayed at the forefront, changing with the times in order to better serve the community.
Staying relevant and embracing technology is obviously very important to the bank as we move forward. Abiding by the laws, but making that as least cumbersome to our customers is very important, and just serving our customers. And I think if we continue to do that, we'll be able to continue to grow and go forward.
Guided by the principles of the German heritage of the region, Minster Bank has prospered because of the integrity, honesty, and strong work ethic of the people who live and work here. Through conservative management, great foresight, and carefully planned expansion, Minster Bank has met the challenges of the economic roller coaster of the last century and has its gaze focused on the next 100 years. Minster Bank, thanks for 100.